Hi, this is Julia Carroll from my 2026 weight loss journey. This is a different video today. I am not recording a weight loss video. I am showing you my patio. I got this inflatable pool. Feels a bit chintzy. I don't really like it. It's not bad. It works fine. But you know, I'm heavy, and super heavy people in a pool like this, kind of problematic. So I decided to get a foldable pool. We're going to try that out. And this is what my garden looks like. This is my nectarine tree. This is a mandarin. This is a rose bush. This is a fake one. This was a monstera that is not doing well. Obviously, I had to cut it way down because it was just dying. I don't think it likes being outside. I don't know what to do with them. I'm studying up on that. I don't know what this sucker was, but it's not doing terribly well either. This guy is a bougainvillea. He's doing better. He's doing better. This one could be a bougainvillea as well. I don't really know. This is my tomato. This is a zinnia right here. Really pretty. I've got more tomatoes, and this is my crookneck squash. I have two little squash growing. And let's see, any flowers for the female? No, doesn't look like it yet, just male flowers. This is a blueberry bush. This is thyme. And I've got a third tier for this green stalk. It's over here right now. It was growing potatoes, and I took it apart because I'm going to amend this soil, and in the fall, very late August maybe, plant some carrots in there. And this is my other green stalk I have going on, another zinnia plant, dill. And then I've planted some other things in the pockets that didn't really take off. This is a nasturtium down here. This is my bell pepper. It's got one bell pepper growing and a couple of, you can see something. This is a sugar snap pea. I got like 3 peas out of it. It's still growing, so I'm not ripping out. This is a bush green bean, and this is some carrot right here. This is my lemon tree. It did really well last year, and it bloomed great, but I don't really have any pollinators on my garden, so it's not getting enough. I have one bloom right now, and I don't know how the heck to pollinate that, and I see no other blooms. So I suspect this is going to bloom and come to nothing because I got nothing to fertilize it with. I don't know. I don't know. This area is kind of the potting area. I've decided what's in the cart right now is soil that was in that grow bag right there that I had growing potatoes. So when I harvested, I'm taking it out and amending it, and I'm going to try and grow green beans. Actually, I want to try and amend it and then put some green beans in it, even today if I can, this afternoon maybe. We'll see, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. This was carrots, that one. This had some other plant in it, I don't know. I'm going to add a little extra soil to that, a little bone meal. I added some fertilizer, and I added some bacteria. I might add a little more, and then, you know, hope for the best. I added extra perlite for better drainage because I think it maybe needed a little more drainage. That is a rose bush, second rose bush. This over here is a very pathetic azalea. I'm not very adept at growing some stuff. It has some serious problems. I suspect it's going to die, but it's not dead yet, so I'm trying. This side of which is nothing. And then this is just, you know, this is where the new pool, same area, same footprint pretty much, only it's a little more rectangular. Oval, actually. It's a foldable pool, a little better. This is my dog Peanut. It'll be better if she wants to try and get in there because she obviously can't get in an inflatable pool. And like I said, this is not a bad pool. It's perfectly fine, no complaints. It's just when you weigh 275 pounds, I promise you, these are not that sturdy. And when you need extra support to be able to get on your knees and off your knees to get in and out of something like this, It's not very stable. Now, I don't know how much more stable a foldable pool would be. I can tell you the material would make it not pop resistant. I did purchase myself some extra Neely pads because I have this one. And I'll have to use it to, get on my knees in the pool. I'll have to practice stuff like this. It sucks to have to say that, but I do. And of course, that's where I'm going to be sitting. I'm going to do my Bible study since it's a nice, cool morning. But yeah, this is what my garden patio looks like. It's small, but, and I'll show you the scene from when I sit down. And this is my view. And I really like it under this umbrella, and then I've got these extra little umbrellas, just, individual shade umbrellas for certain plants periodically. And, I'm not somebody that doesn't come out my garden every day, because I see some tomatoes I should pick. That'll work. I might have a salad for lunch, so I'll pick some tomatoes. And then I'm getting together with a friend, and I might grab one of those crookneck squash to give her. And then I have those 2 big tomatoes over there. I don't know if you can see them. They're starting to get ripe. They took forever. But yeah, I don't know if it means I need to water more. I don't know. I'm learning about gardening. I'm not proficient at it yet, but I'm trying, I'm a believer in Christ, so I'm learning more and more about producing fruit, and God, Jesus being the vine and God the Father being the vine dresser. And it kind of comes home for me when you actually start growing a garden and you realize I need to trim off some stuff because it's getting a little out of hand. I tried growing in this green stalk in front of you where the tomatoes are. I tried growing some bush beans, but man, that tomato plant, it has so many roots that it literally choked out my I had a sugar snap pea plant in there, and I had a bush bean plant in there, and those roots from that tomato plant choked out the other 2. So I have to say, I'm understanding the parable of the sower a whole lot better when it talks about the seed sown among thorns, and how life and the cares of life choke out the word, the fruitfulness of the word. And when you see something like this, you realize, wow, I think there could be a lot of deeper meanings to these parables than just a one reading through, because you could, in theory, read the sower as an example of people who do not actually have the word, so never produce fruit, actually aren't in the kingdom of God. But you can also look at the parable of the sower completely from, I'm totally saved, and then you realize I'm producing fruit, like I'm growing, like this tomato plant, it's producing fruit, it's doing very well. But then when you realize some of the other plants that are planted with it, the tomato plant choked it out. So thank God the tomato plant's a good thing. But I mean, imagine if, as a Christian, you're planting something that through some, like me, compulsive binge eating, and not a good habit. And then all of a sudden you realize that bad habit starts choking out some of the good stuff. So it's looking at actual nature and gardening is helping me to actually see how Jesus used some of his parables and why he used them the way he did. And it's been very helpful. So this is my view, and I wanted to get out here and feel like an oasis. And I actually like the cluttered nature of my garden, because it just feels so much better. I have no pollinators. I've tried growing some flowers, and aside from the zinnia, which yes, I have zinnia, I should probably buy some flowers. I saw a gardenia. I kind of think I ought to buy a gardenia. Maybe I'll do that today. Buy a couple of actual annual plants that are attractive that I can bring into my garden and hopefully get some pollinators, because I mean, my lemon tree did so well last year. It produced so many. I was so pleased, and now it's got nothing. And I'm upset about that. And I don't think it's a dying tree. I've been watering it, fertilizing it as appropriate, and I don't think that's it. I think it's just I have very few pollinators. So I think I'm going to have to explore maybe buying some things that bees and pollinators like. So I'll have to do a little research. But that big lizard in the background, my friend got me that for my birthday a couple months ago, and I've had it up. I put some ivy up on part of the wall, and you know, I thought about doing all of the fence, but I thought that might be too much. This actually is kind of nice, just that little bit. But I might add more. I don't know. Just depends. Well, I have some coffee brewing. My brother brought me back some Kona coffee, so I'm going to have that for breakfast as I do my Bible study. Well, not breakfast. I'm drinking it independently. I'll eat breakfast later, but anyway, this I believe is Father's Day, so anybody who's a guy, who's a father, who watches this video, happy Father's Day. I no longer have mine, so I hope your family appreciates you on Father's Day. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for watching, and if you like this content, curious about what I do, losing weight, Jesus Christ, my garden, whatever, then feel free to subscribe. You could hit the like button, I guess, or whatever. I mean, my content's not the most stellar, but it's real life and, you know, real stuff. So I will sign off from Julia Carroll on my 2026 weight loss journey, my gardening experience, and my runaway tomato plant, and just the changes I'm making. And I'll do a video of the pool the new foldable pool when it gets here. So take care from Julia Carroll. Bye-bye.